Hello everyone, welcome to our Vclass of writing. There are two sections in our class today. The first section, section A, deals with writing an essay, and of course section B, there is practice. Now let's start with section A. In this section, I will briefly present some features or some characteristics of an academic writing, and then I will present some way to organize the essay. First one, academic writing. It is different from other types of writing. Academic writing is quite formal, objective, and sometimes technical. First, you should use formal language. You choose formal instead of informal vocabulary. For example, somewhat is more formal than a bit. Insufficient is more formal than not enough. You should avoid contractions. For example, you should use did not rather than didn't. Then you avoid emotional language. For example, instead of strong words such as wonderful or terrible, you should use more moderate words such as helpful or problematic. Instead of using absolute positives and negatives such as proof or wrong, you should use more cautious evaluations such as strong evidence or less convincing. And then you should use objective language. To express your point of view and still write in an objective style, you can use the following strategies. Move information around in the sentence to emphasize things, ideas, instead of people and feelings. For example, instead of writing, I believe the model is valid based on these findings, you should write, these findings indicate that the model is valid. You should avoid evaluative words that are based on non-technical judgments and feelings. For example, use valid or did not demonstrate instead of amazing or disappointment. You should avoid intense or emotional evaluative language. For example, instead of writing, parents who smoke are obviously abusing their children, you should write, secondhand smoke has some harmful effects on children's health. Use modality to show caution about the views or to allow room for others to disagree. For example, instead of writing, I think secondhand smoke causes cancer, you should write, there is evidence to support the possibility that secondhand smoke increases the risk of cancer. As well as using formal language, you also need to write technically in some cases. This means that you need to develop a large vocabulary for the concepts specific to the specialization you're writing for. Be careful about the meaning of technical terms. Often the same word has different meaning in another discipline. Okay, so I've just talked about some feature briefly. Okay, I've just talked briefly about some feature of academic writing. Here are some types of academic writing. In English, types of essay are generally classified in different ways, or subtypes are derived from these four basic types: narrative, descriptive, expository, and persuasive. Okay, now, essay is a very common form of academic writing. It's a piece of writing several paragraphs long instead of just one or two paragraphs. It is written about one topic, just a paragraph, but it's more complicated. So you must divide the topic into several paragraphs, one for each major point. Then you must tie all the separate paragraphs together by adding an introduction and a conclusion. Writing an essay is no more difficult than writing a paragraph, except that an essay is longer. The principles of organization are the same for both. An essay has three main parts. The first part, an introductory paragraph. Second one is a body with at least one, but usually two or more paragraphs. The third one, a concluding paragraph. Now let's study the introductory paragraph. The introductory paragraph consists of two parts. The first part is a few general statements about the subject to attract the reader's intention. The second part is a thesis statement to state the specific subdivisions of the topic and or the plan of the paper. A thesis statement for an essay is just like a topic sentence of a paragraph. It names the specific topic and the controlling ideas or major subdivisions of the topic. Now let's study the body. The body consists of one or more paragraphs. Each paragraph develops a subdivision of the topic, so the number of the paragraphs in the body will vary with the number of subdivisions. The paragraphs of the body are like the main supporting points of a paragraph. The ideas in a paragraph can be organized by chronological order or by the order of importance. The paragraphs in an essay can also be organized in the same way. And the last part of an essay is the conclusion. Conclusion is a summary or review of the main points discussed in the body, like the concluding sentence in a paragraph. And now we continue with the correspondence between writing a paragraph and writing an essay. We have topic sentence in writing a paragraph, and the correspondence in writing an essay is an introduction part with general statement and thesis statement. In writing a paragraph, we have support sentence and we have the correspondence in writing an essay, the body part, with the first paragraph, the second paragraph, and the third paragraph, and so on. In the first paragraph, we have topic sentence, the support sentence 1, support sentence 2, and so on. And in the second paragraph, we have the same, the topic sentence, the support sentence 1, support sentence 2, sentence 3, and so on. The writing paragraph, we have concluding sentence, and the correspondence in writing an essay is a conclusion part with the restatement or summary of the main points, and you can put some final comments. We continue with some types of writing tasks. It's useful for you. Here we have 4 types. The first one, writing a narrative essay, and then writing a problem solution essay, writing a cause and effect essay, and the last one is writing an opinion essay with counter arguments. Now, with the first type, narrative essay. A narrative essay describes a personal experience and includes 3 important parts: introductory paragraph, body paragraph, and concluding paragraph. In a narrative essay, you should use narrative language. A good narrative essay gives a chain of events of the essay. The body paragraphs include logical order of events in which they occur, which helps the readers to understand the flow of the story. You should use 5 senses in a narrative essay: hearing, seeing, tasting, smelling, and feeling in the body paragraphs. They will make the writing more vivid and lively. Here are some notes for you. This is not narrative example. For example, the football match took place last Sunday, or he drove an old car made in 1932. The president made a speech on the first day of school, and we change it in a narrative language. We may change it into narrative essay. The football match took place last Sunday when it rained hardly. He drove an old car made in 1932. Before that time, motorbikes had been very popular. The president made a speech on the first day of school after our teacher had prepared everything carefully. So you can make a comparison between narrative, not narrative, and narrative language. Okay? We move on to another type of essay, a problem solution essay. A problem solution essay describes a problem of course, and then it gives some suggestions to solve this problem. The introduction paragraph introduces the topics by describing the situation that caused a problem and indicating what the problem is. The body paragraph contains at least 2 paragraphs. The body paragraph 1 is problems. The body paragraph 2 that are solutions. The conclusion paragraph summarizes the problems and solutions described in the essay. Now another type of essay, cause and effect essay. This type of essay explains what happens and why change or situations happen. The introduction provides the necessary background to introduce the topic, indicates whether the essay will discuss cause or effect. It usually contains a brief description of the effect. The body analyzes the cause and effect, giving a paragraph to each major cause or effect. Discuss cause or effects in a logical order. It may be from the least obvious to most obvious, the most obvious to the least obvious, the most important to the least important to the most important, or in sequence, first, second, third, or final. The conclusion, restate but do not repeat the thesis. Consider the implications, express the hopes as you look to the future. Issue a call for action. The last type of writing task are the writing an opinion essay with counter-arguments. A counter-argument is the opposite opinion. An argument states a clear position and presents evidence to support the position. The introduction is a clear statement of position. It should be clear and focused enough for you to prove the position in the essay. The rest of the essay should be devoted to proving the position. The logical cohesion in the essay is very important because you should start from one premise, prove it, move from one argument to the next. All the arguments should serve to prove the main point. Moving away from the main point is not allowed. And if an idea does not support the main idea, it should not be included in the essay. Okay, now I've just presented some types of writing tasks. It's very important for you because it's a type of writing task you must done. You must done in the writing task. This type of writing task, okay, must be done in the writing. Okay. Now, I hope you got any questions. We have 4 types of writing tasks. We move on to section B. Section B. So practice. Here's an introductory paragraph of a narrative essay. Put ThS into the correct order until the introduction becomes more specific. You have some minutes to do this task. Okay, have you got the answer? Yeah, here's the key. Everyone knows how we can take suffer the consequences if we trust a person that we don't know well. Our life might be changed in the same way as our habits. I used to ride a motorcycle and always used to drive carefully. I had never realized I could have a motorcycle accident that gave me a strong lesson on the rest of my life. Learning something new can be really a scary experience. Okay. Another exercise. Here's a concluding paragraph of a narrative essay, but it is in a scrambled order. Put sentences into the correct order. Now, dangerous experience too. You have some minutes to finish it. Have you got the answer? Now, let's see the key. Finally, I fixed my motorcycle and sold it. I only lent one thing to another person once, and that caused a dangerous accident. Furthermore, I used to use a motorcycle. Now I don't use it anymore. I have learned one thing: never believe a person whom I have known for a couple minutes. For all our life, we still learn new things, and we do until the last moment of our life. Now let's do another exercise. Here's the first paragraph of the body of a narrative essay, but in primary order. Those sentences into the correct order. You'll have some minutes to do it. Now, here's the key. It happened a long time ago on a summer, gray and rainy evening in Poland. It was vacation time, and like usually, I decided to go to a disco club by a motorcycle in order to meet my friends. On that day, I was appointed only with my well-known friends. To my astonishment, I noticed a new face that I had never seen before. After such conversation, as it turned out, Jana was a little bit quiet and peaceful. In spite of that, she didn't have any problems with making acquaintance with the other people. We have another type of exercise. With these two paragraphs of a problem solution essay, and then answer these questions which follow. How many problems are discussed? What are they? What expressions are used to introduce the problems? How are the problems illustrated further? And the last question, what results are discussed for each problem? Here's a text. You have some minutes to do it. Now, back to the questions. How many problems are discussed? What are they? What expressions are used to introduce the problems? How are the problems illustrated further? And what the results are discussed for each problem? Have you got the answer? Now let's see the key. Question number 1. The correct answer is 2. Question number 2. The many feels that there will obviously be more people of retirement age who will be eligible to receive a pension. Question number 3. The many feel, in other words, further problem, therefore. Question number 4. Problems are illustrated further by some explanations and results. So question number 5. Problem 1. The increasing number of senior citizens will mean a greater tax burden for working adults. And the problem 2. The government will have to invest in healthcare, and young adults will increasingly have to look after their elderly relatives. Okay, now let's study another example, or you should do another exercise. Read these 2 paragraphs of a problem solution essay and answer these questions which follow. How many solutions are given? What are they? How could the solutions be implemented? Or what the model verb structure are used to make the suggestions? Now, let's study the ThS. Perhaps some minutes to do it. First, you read the passage and then answer the 5 questions which follow. The 4 questions which follow. How many solutions are given? What are they? How will the solution be implemented? And what the model verb structure are used to make the suggestions? Now, it's time for you. Finished? Now here's the key. For question number 6, how many solutions are given? We have 3 solutions. For question number 7, what are they? Our first solution is to increase the retirement age for working adults. To encourage immigration in order to increase the number of working adults who pay taxes. The last solution, the money from national budgets will need to be taken from other areas. For question number 8, how could the solution be implemented? The solutions are given from simple to complex by using transitional words. Firstly, second measure, finally. For question number 9, what the modal verb structures are used to make the suggestions? We have would be, will need to be taken. We continue with another task. Read this essay and answer these questions which follow. What type is this essay? Explain the answer. What could possibly be the topic of this essay? Now you have some minutes to do it. It's a long text, okay? So you may be user, or you should use a skimming or scanning strategies to quickly read the text. Okay, now here's the key. The question number 1. What type is this essay? It's a cause and effect essay. The first paragraph gives causes and the second one contains the effects. Question number 3. The world's air pollution level are rising year on year. Discuss what you feel are the causes and effects of this disturbing change. Okay. So I think it's the end of our class today. In conclusion, what you should remember in this essay, in this lesson, first one, the differences between formal and informal writing, and some characteristics of 4 types of essay. There are narrative essay, cause and effect essay, problem and solution essays, and the last type is an essay with encounter opinion. Okay? Have you got any questions for this lesson? Okay, yeah, if you have any further questions, do not hesitate to contact me via my telephone number, my email, or you may write it on our forum. Thank you for the participation and goodbye.